Hey everyone, it's Butt, and I'm back with another stuff going live. I was gonna make a video, but it doesn't really matter, does it? So it makes more sense time wise to just go live, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and go live. We got some stuff to talk about, guys. It's been a while since I've been here. I want to just chill with you guys. If you guys want to, if anybody wants to come in here and chill and just chat, we'll do that. But I was going to talk about the upcoming drops. We've got a drop today. We've got all sorts of drop announcements. We've got to talk about some stuff here, guys. I'm going to just talk about some stuff, I think. Um, yeah. Let me just get my camera set up so that I can actually show you guys here. The browser. I think that's good. All right, so we got a lot of drops to talk about, guys. We got a ton of drops to talk about, guys. We got a lot on the plate here, guys. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Let's not rush through this, guys. Let's take our time. It's the morning time. We got an hour and a half until the drop. We still got an hour until Veve Vault even goes live, guys. We've got time, right? So let's go ahead and take our time here, guys. Let's sip some coffee. Let's wake up a little bit, and let's go through this stuff. Double gulp. Don't forget to go for that double gulp every once in a while, guys. All right, let's just disregard the browser where I have the chat up. I'm going to look at the chat from time to time here, but we want to talk about the drop. This is the drop that's coming up in an hour and a half, so, this is the one that we should probably talk about first and foremost here. This is a pretty cool drop, guys. Disney Resort Poster Collection. Inspired by the original artwork used to create Disneyland resort posters, which have been fan favorites for more than 60 years. 1955 to 1959. Let's start at the beginning. These Disneyland resort posters are beautiful works of art framed and ready for virtual display. Each is based on an original poster that was created during the first decade of the Disneyland park. Okay, so we got blind boxes here. This is just about blind boxes. We don't need to talk about it. Let's go through some key details here, and then let's come back to talk about it. The blind boxes are going to be $50, and the edition size is going to be sub 2K for all of them. I think there might be one that has one extra edition. This one has one extra edition. Not going to affect the value. These are all very low mintages. Very low mintages. 2K is nothing. So I think they'll fetch a premium here, guys. That's just my opinion. I think this will be a solid drop. Looking at edition size exactly at 1955, and there's one at 1956 or something, right? So these are licensed Disney. Just making sure there's not any details I'm missing. I mean, first edition, everybody would know that. But one other thing to note about this drop is that every single piece here is secret rare, and we're going to have another drop that we're going to talk about that's the exact same way, where every piece is secret rare. One thing I thought about is that there's been a lot of hype around the Master Collector program, and so secret rares may actually kind of come to mean something. And if they do, these being the most recent secret rare heavy drops might be fresh on people's mind, which may also kind of force them to be a little bit sought after. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just spitballing, guys. I don't really know. I don't really know nothing, guys. I don't really know nothing. I don't even know what the thumbnail looked like when you guys clicked on it. Seriously, we got Brandon. We got Brendan here. Sorry, I said Brandon. Hey, Brendan. We got Journey. What up, Palace? Homies. Let's go. Oh, my God. The main event last night. Oh, my God. I could talk. Dude, guys. Seriously, I had some absolutely beautiful DraftKings lineups because there was 3 fights I was all in on. I was all in on Dustin Jacoby getting a win, right? I was all in on Lee Jing Liang getting a win, and I was right about both of those. And there was one other fighter I was all in on. I'm just drawing a blank here now. Let me just look it up. I knew Jin Liang was going to win. Oh, yeah, Pumeli Soriano. Pumeli Soriano. I had all three of those guys as locked, so I had multiple UFC DraftKings tickets where I just submitted those three guys, no deviation. No deviation, those three guys every time. And man, dude, goaded. We got Palace Journey with the Dono. Let's go. When Bud Thompson collab. I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta, I was thinking about it. It's Alex PS. Dude, Alex PSA. Dude, Alex. I was literally just trying to come to a Card Economist stream. Literally, like, I'm not even joking you. Like, the past, like, several days, I've been, like, trying so hard to be on when he's on. And I just keep missing it. Oh my gosh, am getting frustrated because I keep missing his streams. I noticed he was on, like 11 hours ago, and I missed that one. I was sleeping. I'm trying to come over and just, like, see if he remembers me, say hey to everybody. But I'm going to get there, dude. I'm telling you. But yeah, Leach, Murphy, hooked it up with Tank plus money. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Michelle Murphy, that was a nice fight. I mean, pretty solid fight. Oh man, okay. One other thing I want to come back and kind of just talk about crypto just to ruffle some feathers, just have some fun, and maybe make some jokes. I like to make jokes and all that. So, okay, one other fight though that was dope. Okay, we got to talk about Veve still though, guys. But one other fight that was absolutely dope was that Shane Burgos versus Charles Jourdain fight. I literally thought that Charles Jourdain won the fight because of vacation. He's streaming at nights this week. Okay, I'll try to adjust my sleep schedule slightly. That's what I do. So hopefully I can get in there. I want to come and say hi. I've been buying Pokemon all the time. I buy Pokemon all the time. Matter of fact, where's the most recent card I bought? I just want to show you, Alex PSX, the most recent card I bought. This is a foil, so this is Kyogre Emerald foil. Like a $30 card. Pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool. It was the most recent card I bought. I buy some like junk cards too. I bought, just a Topps, Kadabra, and then just some random stuff. I want to show you, dude. I'm still in it, dude. I'm still Pokemon. Charles Jourdain put him. I know, man. I thought Charles Jourdain won the fight going into the decision. I thought Charles Jourdain won. And so, I thought Charles Jourdain won, and I told my friend, I said Charles Jourdain won that thing, and then they came out with the Burgos decision, and my friend argued with me that Burgos should have won, but man, I don't know, man. I thought Charles Jourdain won that. Yo, what's up? You gonna go for this drop? I am gonna go for this drop. I sold a lot of pieces. I've got a ton of money on the sidelines, of course. I can do whatever I want. Oh, there is one other fighter I want to mention here, but yeah, we're going to go for the drop. Let's go ahead and hop back into the articles here, but one other fighter I want to give a huge shout out to is Ricky Simone or Ricky Simon. I don't know how to say it, but Ricky Simon, dude, holy smokes, dude. That guy, I had a feeling going into the card, I was like, man, I want to just go all in on Ricky Simon, but I didn't. And man, dude, I wish I did. I had the instinct, man. I should have trusted my gut. Man, that would have been nasty if I would have trusted my gut on that. But man, Ricky Simon, I'm not really playing anymore. I'm not even really playing anything. To be honest with you, the most recent game I played was Sea of Thieves. Interestingly enough, just honestly, like, dude, I don't know, man. Guys know I'm a big competitive player of games. So I like to sit there and play competitively. But man, I get burned out of it so fast. And even Diablo 2, I get burned out of the ladder, like the hunt for items. I get a bunch of stuff and I get tired of it. So Sea of Thieves is a really chill game for me, man. It has there's no like progression. It's all cosmetic, so it's just a game of status. It's just a game of chilling. Like, honestly, you just sail around and chill. You can try to do the quest. You can just sail around and just mess around. I like the way the game looks too. It makes me feel good to be on a boat in the sun, man. I'm just a random guy. Easy money, UFC, London parlay, Aspinall. I'm all in on Aspinall, dude. I'm all in on Aspinall too, man. You got Patty. I'm excited for the Patty fight. Meatball Molly, of course, man. I like Patty. I'm worried about Patty. I mean, I don't know. I think he's gonna get beaten one of these days, man. I do think he's gonna get beaten here. I don't know if it'll be that fight though. I mean, Jordan Levitt really isn't anything to really write home about. I do like Paul Craig though. Paul Craig has a tough matchup too, doesn't he? Fight Uzdemir. I mean, it's not an easy matchup, dude. That's a parlay, man. But man, it's it's risk. I mean, I like Aspinall, Patty, Molly, but Paul Craig, he's kind of the tough part about it. I feel, in my opinion, but that's just me. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and hop back into the Veve stuff here, guys. So we've got 4 pieces here. Let's just talk about the pieces here really quick. We've got the main plaza. This one's called Red Wagon Inn. I'm not familiar with anything to do with Disney World Land anything, so you may be familiar with these names and you may know what they actually are in real life. I don't, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say that right away. Never been to anything Disney, so located where the Plaza Inn is today, the Red Wagon Inn was the most elegant restaurant in Disney Park. Okay, Disneyland Park, in the 1950s. Okay, that's cool. So like the fanciest restaurant. See, now this one might be my favorite, honestly. Like this one just gives me like straight up like resort vibes. I like this one quite a bit. I like this one quite a bit. Jungle Cruise. Um, an all-time favorite dating back to opening day. World famous Jungle Cruise takes guests on a journey along some of the world's most remote rivers. Okay. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit just as far as like poster aesthetics goes. I also like this one too. Matter of fact, this one gives you real space race vibes, right? Cold War vibes. Rocket to the moon, blast off. When it opened at Disneyland Park in 1955, Rocket to the Moon offered guests a realistic look at Earth from the moon years before the first satellite images were manned. Interesting. That's cool. And then we got this one. This one says Fantasyland. This one feels like the fact that they used it on as like the right here as like the the fact they use it as like this like banner here makes me think like this one might be important. Am I crazy for that, or am I not crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it though. I think like there's some pretty nice pieces here. Sorry, I was a little bit mentally off. I think like these two might be my favorite here, Rocket to the Moon and Jungle River. Now let's talk about whether this drop is actually going to be possible to get. I mean, we're only looking at 8,000 total pieces. This one could be a hard drop to actually land, first of all. There's a chance you go for this drop and don't get it. I think some people will go for it and not get it. Pretty small. I might be one of those people. If so, I'm not going to cry about it, but I'm pretty low mint size here, so definitely possible. So I like this drop. I'm gonna go for at least this first drop here. I think these are pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool drop in my opinion. But I do got some other drops we got to talk about because we've got other drops to talk about right away. This one is actually the very next drop. So this one's tomorrow. This one's the Hong Kong Disneyland Monumentus series. Oh, sorry, Momentous, sorry. So this one is very similar to that first one. We're looking at 4 pieces just like this first drop. They're all very low mintage, just like this drop. So I mean, this one's only at 1,300, 2,000, 2,000, you know. Where's the other one? 2,000. Wait, is this one really that rare? So there's like one that's like double rare. But they are all secret rares. You know, another very rare drop. Um, with that being said, these aren't really directly comparable to anything in life in the same way the posers are. I mean, the posers were from the park, the early days of the park. These I don't think are from anything. So I think, you know, the drop today has a slight leg up in that regard. However, this drop does have something though about it, right? Where did I see it? Yeah, so in addition, each NFT features interactive lenticular effects that appear to bring the magic to life. So these are basically, it doesn't say that they're actual lenticulars, but they do have lenticular effects, and they don't look like lenticulars, so hard to really say. So we'll see how that fans out. You know, lenticulars historically aren't exactly something that are sought after on Veve, so you know that may also be working against it. So we'll see, guys. I prefer today's drop over this drop, though. You know, this one's also $10 more expensive, you know, for whatever reason. So I don't know, guys. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts about this drop are and how you guys stacked it up to the drop today. I prefer the drop today. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are about this, because, you know, we are looking at, you know, a very similar drop, right? In a lot of ways, very similar. Same IP even, right? So what are your guys' thoughts? Are you guys going to go for one and not go for the other? What are your guys' thoughts about it? I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are. There's 5 pieces on the poster. Okay, sorry. Yo, we got some homies here. We got Rion Corral, Pure Chaos, Brendan, Palace homies, Veve Analysis. You know, all the homies were here. Sylveon too. Hey, man. Have you heard about anyone getting unbanned? I got my account restricted, and I believe it wasn't fair. I haven't heard anything, but there's not really a place I would have heard anything like that, you know. I do have a Twitter, but I don't really even go on there much, you know. So where would I have even heard it, you know? You big Pokemon fan? We're also Pokemon fans here. I got some Pokemon cards literally just sitting right next to me. Like a bunch of them. These were some junk cards that I had that were like junk cards, but a little bit too cool to have like in a junk pile. So I like grabbed some like random cards here that were just a little bit too cool to put in like a junk pile. Just to show off some Pokemon cards to you guys, sorry. This one's in Japanese right here. Oh no, this is actually in Korean. This one's in English. Alakazam, of course. Here's a Japanese card right here. This one's Alakazam, the Japanese Alakazam. Mew. Reverse foil rare Gyarados. Reverse foil rare Vaporeon. And then this is like a reverse foil from Japanese set of Snorlax. Just to show off some Pokemon cards in the intermission here, guys. We've got some more drops to talk about, though, guys. There's a bunch of more drops on the horizon here. That was literally just a stack of, like, junk cards. But they were, like, a little bit too cool to be, like, actual junk cards, in my opinion. So I pulled them out. Okay. So let's talk about the con exclusives drops, guys. Because we've got a ton of drops. These start on Wednesday. So we've got Disney drop today. We've got Disney drop tomorrow, being Monday. We've got a day off on Tuesday. And then starting Wednesday, we hop right into the Marvel Con drops, okay? So let's talk about the Marvel Con drops. The first drop that they have listed, let me just see if it's in order. Okay, cool. So the first drop that they have is Welcome to San Diego poster. We're looking at only 3,900 editions and $60. I think this is going to sell out very quickly. I could see it fetching a premium, but I don't expect it to be a huge premium. Although it is a pretty cool piece of art, so we'll see. I'm excited to see how this does. We'll talk about prices in a minute, maybe, and I'll go back and we'll talk about prices in a minute, maybe. Um, then we've got the Deadpool Chimichangas truck. Now, this is a very cool idea. I think the drop itself is very cool, and what I did like about it is the fact that it's $40. A very affordable drop. I think that itself might be pretty nice. Um, you know, I don't know. I was on the fence about this drop. I like it. There's only 6,000 of them, so that's pretty rare because they are con exclusives. Keep in mind. So, you know, I could see this one being pretty good. I could see these both selling out pretty quick. Because I could see people wanting to grab two. So there's those. We're gonna come back and we'll talk prices, but we've also got a comic dropping. This is House of M. And it is a very low mint comic, only 10,000. This thing is going to be rare, so we'll talk about prices on this as well. Um, as well. Okay, so now we get to an item called the Tesseract for $30, 8,000 editions. Um, one thing this thing has going for it is that it's $30. $30 seems like a pretty fairly low price, right? So there's that. And then last but not least, like the coolest drop in my opinion is going to be this one. This is going to be the Silver Surfer drop. Now, this is one of the coolest drops. We'll talk about drops as far as coolness, and then we'll also talk about prices here, guys. I think the Silver Surfer, this one's like, in my opinion, like the coolest of them all. Okay. We are looking at $60, 6,000 editions. Pretty rare, this is very rare by Batman standards, Superman standards, whatever you want to compare it to. This is extremely rare. With that being said, as well, Silver Surfer is like an iconic character that we haven't even had on the app, really. So, okay. So we have a bunch of drops coming up. Let's talk about, like, which ones that I'm interested in. I would say I'm most interested in Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer's like most interest, followed by probably the truck, followed by this poster here. Those two could be flipped. I don't know. I might change my mind, but it's definitely those three. Like, is the top three. I think the Tesseract is the thing I'm probably least excited for. So the comic is kind of second from the bottom here. I think that's my opinion about it. I don't really know what your guys' thoughts are. That's how I feel about it. I think the coolest is Silver Surfer, followed by the truck, followed by this poster in particular, followed by the comics, and last but not least, the least cool to me is the Tesseract. Now, if the Tesseract is animated in some kind of cool way that bends physics, the Tesseract may actually end up being cool. We'll see. Okay. So, let's take a sip of coffee, guys. Let's take a sip of coffee. We still got time, there's still a half hour before Veve Vault even starts, guys. So just kick back, guys. Let's chill. Just chill. We still got a half hour till Veve Vault comes on, guys. I'll hop on and we'll go chill. So I think that's pretty much my take on the drop. Now let's talk about prices, and we'll go backwards through what I've already talked about here and talk about some other prices too. Everybody's like just seeing my name right now. Anybody see my name? Yo, Michael Diggs, the homie. What is up? Michael Diggs been rocking with me forever. What up? What up, Wooloo? Let's go, guys. I'm doing a quick little like, in a lot of ways I'm doing a pre-Veve Vault stream, Exactly. Okay. It's all good, Vault. I'm going to just talk about the prices here. That pretty much covers my content. We'll send everybody over. I'm not going to have a big crowd or nothing, but we'll send everybody over. Love the respect between YouTubers. Yeah, man, I don't know. There's different communities where it's fun! And I'm back with another stuff. But, Yeah, man, you gotta love the community. You know, there's some communities where the YouTubers kind of talk crap about each other, but that was never my approach from the beginning. You know, I was nothing. You know, I was new to it just like they were, so it was more just like, let's just both work and see what happens. You know, let's go. We got drops coming up here in a bit too, guys. So let's get ready for that. Let's get fired up, guys. Let's get ready for it, and let's talk about the prices now, guys. How do I get to Veve Medium? Let's just go back to the website because we want to talk about the prices today, starting with today. So the blind box is $50, and they're all under 2,000 editions. I honestly, if you guys want my honest opinion, I think there could all be double ups. You know, I think they could all be $100. We're still in a little bit of a bearish market. I don't expect to see any kind of like, you know, fantastically bullish price moves. With that being said, I really do see these things having a ceiling, and you know, I really could see these things settling much higher than that. Since they're going to be hard to get, I don't know, guys. You know, I'm a little bit out of the game. I haven't really been making predictions for too long, but based on what I'm seeing, I mean, I could really see 125 to 150 for these things here. Um, just a quick little shoot from the hip, 125 to 150 for these things. It would make sense, you know, double up plus, low additions. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are. Am I too high, too low? What are your guys' thoughts? I in my head, I feel like I might be too low, but then again, you know, we are in a little bit of a depressed market. So, what are you guys' thoughts? 125 to 150. I have a feeling people might think I'm a little bit high on it because I think there's some negative people. But keep in mind, we're talking about pieces that have under 2,000 total. So, you know, these are pretty rare. You know, there's going to be a lot of people that get them and don't want to sell them, which means that the number that are going to be wanting, that are getting them, that are going to be willing to sell them is less than that. I don't know. And then once those get sold one single time, they settle in somebody else's hands. Now there's even less for. I don't know, guys. What are your guys' thoughts? 125 to 150. Love to know what your guys' thoughts are about it. You think people are sleeping on today's drop? Is that what are people sleeping on it, Vault? Is that have you been? Has your have people in your community been sleeping on it? Yeah. So are people saving gems for it? I don't know, man. You don't know what people are doing, man. And the market's changing too because yesterday was a really good day for crypto. I don't know if anybody is paying attention. Yesterday was a really surprisingly solid day for crypto. I'll pull it up right now just to kind of refresh where it's at. What? Yeah, 21.2. So, um, kind of still kind of just on that kind of upward spot since yesterday. So, you know, hopefully, with any luck, we'll be close to the market turning in general. And if that happens, maybe we'll see some of this stuff drop for a lot. But for this first one, I think I'm going to just go ahead and say 125 to 150 on it, guys, for each of those. For the posters tomorrow, I think much the same. They're slightly more common by just a fraction, right? Like 50 each or something, right? So for these ones, I'm expecting like 100 tomorrow. I would say like if my expectation today is 125 to 150, my expectation tomorrow is 100 to 125, I would say. So that's where we're kind of at with these. These could be even, well, these are $60, so they are just a little bit more expensive in general. So maybe I'm off by $10 there. I could be off by $10 just because of the base price, but I don't know. I'm seeing 100. I see $100 for these ones in particular. The ones today I see having premium over these ones. That's just me personally. I'd love to know if you guys agree. Now, let's talk about the Comic-Con drops. Now, these ones are going to be very hard to tell because the edition sizes are very random. First of all, we got the poster where it's a San Diego with the Spider-Man. Now, anybody that lives in San Diego is going to want this poster. I'm assuming there's quite a few people on Veve are going to want this poster, man. So, 3,900 at $60. I think this is, so this is like 4,000 editions, and it's its own drop. It doesn't have other arts, The drops today have 8,000 total, drop today and tomorrow, and this one has 4,000 total. if I say that the drop today is going to go for 120 or 125, I would say that this would probably go for like roughly the same, 100 to 125 for the poster here. That's my guess on it. For the Deadpool Chimichanga truck, you know, we've got 6,000 editions. They're only 40. I see these things dropping, and I see these things going for maybe 60 right off the bat, but I see them having an actual realistic price at 80, maybe more, you know? So I see it. I could see this drop happening, and I could see some of them hitting for 60, but I could see it easily climbing to 80, maybe slightly higher, between between 80 and 100 here on this truck here. Um, I could see it. You know, we've got 6,100 editions. People are going to be like, oh, these things are common, and then they're going to sell them. And I think people that sell them at 60 are going to be selling them too cheap. So I think that if you get lucky on the drop, maybe you hit the drop, grab one. You can, you could also in theory grab one for cheap. In theory, I'm just speculating that this will happen. Of course, not financial advice. Nothing ever is. Um, and we have House of M #1 comic here. We got 10,000 editions. So let's talk about the price of this. You know, this comic isn't even anything. So, although it is low editions, I don't expect it to do anything crazy. There's been other 10,000 edition comics that are probably comparable to this, in my opinion. 6,000 commons, like, I don't really foresee it doing anything like absolutely crazy. On a normal day, common might go for $3 if it's a solid comic. Let's assume that this is solid based on this. So let's just assume that the common's going to go for $8 to $9 for this drop, and the prices will adjust accordingly based on that. So, I don't foresee the Secret Rare really being one that really breaks too high above 200. I don't really even know how the price scales work when a common is worth about $8 or $9, but that's just what I'm thinking here. Let's talk about the Tesseract here. It's going for $30. We got 8,000 editions. I think this thing is going to be like $30 on the market immediately. I could see people selling it for less. We're only looking at an uncommon as far as rarity goes, So, the Deadpool Chimichanga truck is rare. The poster is ultra rare. This is just uncommon. It's literally a cube. It hasn't, like, from the picture, it has no physics breaking mechanics. And so, this one for $30, I see that price, and I honestly see this thing dropping below retail here, probably. I think everybody would probably agree with me. This thing is going below retail. This thing, you could probably grab one of these for like 20, 25, maybe somewhere in that range. But last but not least, I want to talk about the Silver Surfer. It is a rare, $60, 6,000 editions. I think the Silver Surfer could easily be a double, potentially a triple up, depending on how popular it is. I expect the Silver Surfer to hit for at least 120. People love characters much more than they like 2D arts, much more than they like, random obscure items. We love characters on the app. We love it when we get Darth Vader. We love it when we get Superman, Batman. I see the Silver Surfer easily being a double up, 120, and potentially 150 here on the Silver Surfer. There is 6,000, so I expect, maybe when it first drops on the market, people might be crazy, but that's just my opinion, guys. We love characters on the app, just based on my own sentiment, at least. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are about all of those price analyses. What are your guys' thoughts, guys? What are your guys' thoughts? All right, let's just see what people are saying. Hi, Marquez. We got Daniel Marquez in the house, of course. Let's go. The Disney lenticulars have high edition sizes. I don't know what you're talking about, Vault. I would relook at the article because I think that the drop today and tomorrow are basically the same on editions, I'm pretty sure. We'll sell off, but don't get scared. Yeah, exactly, man. We got Collie Brick here. What up, homie? What up? With Cash Out being released, are we expecting a gem squeeze? I don't think cash out is gonna influence it. Maybe I don't know, man. I'm just a random guy, dude. Seriously, I'm new to all this, you know. Um, it's hard to even say, man. It's so hard to say, dude. You know, it's like a gem squeeze only happens if like people need gems but they don't have money. But you know, I don't think people have been like loading a ton of money on. So maybe people just have cash on the sideline. So maybe it's not necessarily going to be a gem. You know, who knows, dude? Who knows, dude? It's super early where I'm at. Hey, man. Yeah, it's 9 a.m. here, so there's 1 hour to the drop, basically. You know, you gotta always have the coffee handy, though. You already know. You know, I, I wish I had coffee. I wish this was my second cup, but it's my first cup. You know, I wish it was my second cup though. So, got a lot of drops coming up here, guys. I'm pretty stoked about it. Going for the drop today, of course. You know, I don't think I'm going to go for the drop tomorrow. For the con drops, I might go for some of them. It's hard for me to really say. We'll see. You know, I know this is going to sound crazy. A lot of times, you know, I do use the sentiment from Veve Vault's streams. You know, his streams give me a lot of good idea of the sentiment of the people. And honestly, that's where a lot of my knowledge came from, is just looking at the sentiment of the people. So, you know, he's been you know, just without even knowing it, he's been a huge help in that regard. Um, the people who are not able to get KYC are just selling cheaps. Yeah. There's gonna be a bottleneck where people can't do that anymore. I think where people can't even sell gems even if they want to. You know, so there'll be a bottleneck on that. We appreciate you. Ayo, let's go. I appreciate you. Let's go. You know, we may just end up doing some pre-vault streams. You know, I want to get more. It's so funny, man. I used to make 2 videos a day, and you know, I think about that, and I'm just think like, dude, I was a crazy person. That's so crazy, man. I think about even like some days even making 1 video, and it's like a chore. You know, I haven't made a video in a couple days, so I want to get back in the mindset. You know, I want to get back in the headspace where I can just kind of just crank out content. You know, let me know, Vault, on when you're planning on getting ready here. I'll go ahead and pop off, and I'll send everybody over. Let me know when you're popping on. Yo, I hope everybody's well though. Seriously, you know, it's Sunday. You know, pretty good day, cloudy day by me. Nothing crazy. My squirrel friend was here already this morning, making friends with him. Did some learning today with the squirrel. I looked up online about like vinegar in squirrels, and it said squirrels don't like the smell of vinegar. Now, I have salt and vinegar chips because those are some of my favorite chips. So I put a salt and vinegar chip outside just to see what the squirrel would do. I wanted to see if he would stay away from the food entirely or what would happen because I really didn't know. So I put the chip out there, and online, I promise you, if you Google it, it'll tell you that squirrels don't like the smell of vinegar. Guess what? I put a salt and vinegar chip out there. My squirrel walks up, and he just literally devours the chip. He freaking loves it. I'm like, you freaking liars. You freaking stupid liars. Stupid internet lying. Alright, cool. Yeah, no, but yeah, they lied to me, man. They lied to me. They said that squirrels don't like vinegar. Straight up cap. What's my go-to coffee? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a brand loyalist when it comes to coffee. I'm not gonna lie to you. I buy whatever is cheapest. Um, I could show you. It's just whatever is cheapest, man. It's cheap stuff, man. I'm drinking the cheap stuff, you know. Coffee is like an addiction, a necessity for me, so I just buy whatever's cheap. I buy a lot. I buy it, and I drink a lot of it. You know. I'm just going through it. I probably would be better off just going with a big old thing of Folgers or something, to be honest with you. Like, just like a container, right? But, yeah, man. Hope you guys are doing fantastic, though, everybody. We're just grinding, just coasting through the weekend. We're just coasting through the weekend here, guys. Coasting through. We got a drop coming up. Less than an hour. 50 minutes, right? Veve Vault's gonna be live. We're gonna have the whole gang together. We're gonna be chilling. Maybe getting some crazy mint numbers. You never know. Cool drop today. Sought after drop today. We haven't had a drop, that's been kind of exciting in a while. So maybe more people would just be interested in that. It's the weekend on top of all of it. So my mom texted me. I was telling her about my squirrel. Veve, by Thompson backwards hat gang. Should I put my hat on forwards, guys? Just so you guys can see what I look like with a forwards hat. That's what I look like with a forwards hat. Just so you guys know. I just want you guys to be aware. I don't want you guys to one day see me with a forwards hat and decide that that's it, So let's give you guys this view right off tip. This is what I look like with a normal hat. My hair is a little bit goofy because it's just like I woke up or whatever, so it probably looks weird, but you know how it is. I wear backwards hats though. Does it sell quick today, drop? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. 8,000 total editions, and they're not like crazy expensive. $50 it's a little bit pricey, but it's not like unfair for the pieces. There's been some drops where the prices didn't seem fair for like what you were getting. This isn't one of them. Backwards hat gives you extra luck on drop. Okay. It was burning me to know what you look like with a forwards hat on. I've got a bunch of snapbacks too. I've got a old school flat cap too. Maybe we'll switch up the cap game every once in a while. I've also got a bike helmet over there. As I've gotten older, I'm not a guy that loves riding my bike with a helmet. I really don't, but as I've gotten older, I'm like literally scared now. Like I'm actually like scared to ride my bike if I don't have a helmet, kind of, because I'm like, dude, if I actually do fall, man, I ain't a young kid no more, man. My age is about to start with the 3, dude. My birthday's in like just over a month, guys. Turning 30. That'll be cool. Maybe I'll decide to do something at that point. Danny Marquez just being here. Of course, man. Of course, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do today, guys. Probably go for this drop, chill, hang out with you guys. Maybe play some video games. We'll see. See how it goes. We'll see what today brings, guys. Maybe go for a walk. World's my oyster, I don't think that's an expression, but maybe it is. Hope you guys are well, though. Just chilling, sipping some coffee. Also got a lot of baseball going on. I've been following baseball. Brewers looking pretty okay. Not looking the best, but text my best friend here, see if he's up. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, though. That's really all I had to say to you guys. There's some other stuff I want to talk about in other videos, so I don't want to get too deep into it. But where's the thing you're most excited to see on Veve? For right now, I'm just excited for Master Collector. I just want to see how it's implemented, really. They've done a really good job with some, they've done a pretty good job of doing what they said they were going to do so far, in my opinion. So I'm excited to see how Master Collector rolls out. It sounds like they put a lot of effort into it, and so I'm expecting kind of, I'm expecting. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Marquez. I'm expecting I'm expecting something pretty thought out. So probably Master Collector. We got a lot of announcements lately. Let you merge accounts and Master Collector program announcements. KYC and payout are rolled out to everybody. We've had all these crazy announcements just in the past like week and a half. So things are moving. If I get one today, I feel lucky. Exactly. And that's how you should feel. There's some drops that are meant to be like easy for everybody to get, and there's some drops that are meant to be kind of tough, and this one's not an easy one to get, you know, not an easy one to get, and so kind of feels like Veve's at a point where there's not like there'll never be the bot conversation ever again, which will be cool. I'm happy that. Well, that's one other thing. It says like you said, like what's one thing you were excited to see on Veve? Not really something on Veve, but I'm excited for people to stop talking about bots. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for a lot of the FUD to end. People saying you can't pull your money out, problems with bots, all that FUD is going to be gone. There's not going to be any arguments, you know. I'm excited for that day, you know, and we're pretty much there, so that feels pretty cool. It's just going to be a cool feeling, you know. Nobody can really FUD it. At that point, all they can really do is like maybe say that they don't like the NFTs, like from a quality standpoint, but that's just their like last final ditch like argument. And at the end of the day, like if we compare our NFTs to like NFTs on OpenSea, I mean ours are way cooler, so it's kind of a bad point anyways. So I'm excited to live in a world where people can't like FUD the project and all that. Of course, you know, that'll be cool. But I hope you guys are doing well, though. We're gonna probably wrap it up, I guess. I think Vault's probably thinking about going live here pretty soon. Here, he said 10 to 20 more minutes, but it doesn't tell me a timestamp on it, so I don't know how long ago that was. So I just wanted everybody to know. Good luck to every single. Have you cashed out? I haven't cashed out anything. I just have the gems on the sideline right now. I plan on cashing out, you know, at some point. But I just want to say good luck to every single person out there. I appreciate every single person who stopped by today. Anybody who's watching this after the fact, I appreciate every single person out there, of course. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys have fantastic luck on the drop. Let's go ahead and migrate over to Veve Vault. He should be starting up in a minute, so we'll get a small intermission break here. Move straight into Veve Vault, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys have great luck, though. If a comic is $1,500 in the real world, how much you happy to pay for it in Veve? I mean, if it's worth $1,500, I mean, depends on if it's like, if it's worth $1,500 as like a pristine comic, you know, we don't have pristine comics on Veve. So if a comic is worth $1,500, that doesn't necessarily mean that the Veve is going to be worth a lot, because it could just be a situation where there's very few pristine versions of that comic, because maybe there was some kind of printing error or just whatever. So just because a comic is worth $1,500, it's a little bit tough to say, because it doesn't necessarily mean that the comic on Veve is going to be worth a ton, because there could be any number of reasons why a comic in the real world is worth $1,500. So it's not exactly some kind of like linear scale like you might want it to be. So that's what I would say about it, is just simply that if a comic is worth $1,500 in the real world, it might just be because that comic had like a printing error, and so there's not any there's like very few perfect ones, and so the price is 15 because there's only a couple. So that doesn't mean that it's going to be worth a lot on Veve, because everything on Veve is going to come out with the same quality. So you know, you could really, I could see somebody coming in and making an argument with me on the other side. So, you know, it's all perspective. So it's up to you at the end of the day. Everything is always up to you. So I hope you guys, oh, Damien popping in last second. I hope you guys have a great day. Let's go ahead and pop over to Veve Vault stream. We should be starting up in just a couple minutes here, guys. So let's go ahead and roll out. I'll catch you guys later. Good luck. Good luck to every single person out there.